Hey guys, Ben from KCT here. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. This is more, I think, probably for friends and family. But I'll probably do a few of these type of videos, just kind of going through like what I've kind of struggled with and gone through in the past few years, and kind of where it's left me, and maybe other people that are going through it could also benefit from it. So, bear with me if you will. If not, that's fine too. So basically, I think the thing to start with is just I'm me, and I'm finally getting to understand who that person is. At almost 40, so that's great. But to my friends and family, you guys, look at this. This is ridiculous. New shirt. You guys know I post a lot of gun content, and a lot of you don't like it, and I mean, that is what it is. Um, I have a blog. I've got Instagram. This growing YouTube channel. It's a fun thing. I like to do it. As a kid, I always liked toy guns. As an adult, I like the real ones. And I understand that rubs people the wrong way, or you may not have any experience with it yourself, so you're kind of stuck with whatever the TV says, or you know things like that. That's fine. So for the longest time, I've not posted any content of KCT really on my Facebook page because I hate Facebook. I hate the people that argue on it. Even my friends, people that I know and love, family I've known for years and years and years, just turn into assholes. And I think maybe arguing on Facebook has solved like 4 arguments in the history of Facebook, and I think maybe 3 people have had their opinions changed. Other than that, everyone else sticks to their opinion. So for the longest time, I've been like, hey, the only way to win is not to play. I just don't post anything. It's easy to not get drawn into things when you're not on there. You're not reading other people's stuff. I don't go on there to see what people say. And I'm happier for it. It's just like unplugging. It makes me feel good that I don't get caught up in the stuff that everyone else is getting into. But also at the same time, I've come to the point where it's like I kind of don't care anymore. And not in the sense of, oh, I want to be a jerk or anything like that. Like, oh, I want to wear my gun t-shirts around my liberal friends, and oh God, they're gonna hate it. And I'm just gonna do it because of that. It's not because this is me. This is what I like to do. It's a pretty fun hobby. It's kind of expensive, but I get to meet a lot of cool people and try a lot of cool things along the way. I have some friends that help me out with it. It's awesome. But now I'm probably just gonna start posting stuff on my Facebook page, and I understand. Like, I've had people in my family, a lot of people come up and say, "Hey, we love you. We love everything that you do. We don't like this gun content." That's about my Gatorade keeps me sober. And to you guys, just say, "Hey, absolutely. If I post something and it bothers you, just PM me, and I will add you to the list of people that I have blocked for that reason." Now, those people aren't on there because I don't like them. They're not on there because I think my content is going to bother them and we're going to argue. It's basically a courtesy. They don't want to see it, and I'm not going to stop putting it out there. So there has to be sort of a way to make that work. You could also just block me, mute me, whatever you want to do. That's fine. I'm not going to think anything less of you for it. Or if you ask me, you message me and say, "Hey Ben, can you just block me or whatever?" If you need to unfriend me, that's fine. I don't care. Like, there are more important things to life than Facebook. And if you don't know that, and if you're scared about people unfriending you, you need to go outside. So, I'm only going to say this once. So if you have any questions about what I'm saying, I'm going to refer you back to this video. We only have a certain amount of time in life, and that's been really hammered home to me over the past couple years. And I'm not going to waste my time explaining something when this is here. You've got eyeballs, you've got ears, use them. I'm not saying that in an angry fashion, but I know there's going to be just a horde of people just, oh God, what about this? Let's just watch the video. If you don't understand it, I can't understand it for you, you know. Um, so that's that. I don't post a lot of pictures of my kid because I don't believe that the internet needs to see my child 24/7. I don't. Sorry. My wife does. It doesn't bother me at all. She's an individual. She's an adult in her own right. Has that right to do that. I don't post things about where I am. I don't tell people like, oh God, I'm going to be gone for a week. So people can just go kick my door in and go, grab my stuff. Because we are living in that kind of day and age. I mean, people have to get electronic doorbells with freaking cameras in them so they don't get their packages stolen. When you say you're on a 3-week vacation or whatever, what do you think people are going to do? So, yeah, I mean, most of my stuff is just going to be my stuff. I don't really need to impress people. My kid is gorgeous. I have a great family. I love my wife. But I don't need to go out and do that on the internet all the time, and blow it up on people. So, one thing too, that I'm saying this, and I don't want you to think that this is a political, statement or, position. I feel how I feel, and you feel how you feel, and none of us are going to change the other person's opinion. We can argue till we're blue in the face with statistics, what this singer said, what this former DJ said, or the guy who used to make videos, this guy was doing this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't care, and I know that you don't care. And if you care that I don't care, well, that sucks. And again, this is not done to be mean. It's done to forestall the arguments. So as I come to almost 40 and had some serious health issues, things like that over the past couple of years that have really put my life into perspective, it's too short to not be the person that I want to be. And that goes into everything. Recently I've actually put on some weight because I've been an alcoholic for 20 years. And I stopped. Going on almost a month. So there's that. The health stuff, if you know, then you know. If you don't know, then there's probably a reason for that. Don't call me, don't ask me, don't email me, I don't care. If you need to know, then you need to know. So that's one of the big things is, looking after my health and saying, okay, we literally are going to do everything a finite amount of times. You're going to get in your car a finite amount of times, and then you're going to die at some point. You're going to open your door so over many millions of times. That's it. You're going to pick up your kids. You're going to hug your wife, your husband, whoever, a certain amount of times, and that's all the times that you're ever going to have. We don't know when that's going to be. Hearing one of my doctors tell me, like, you didn't dodge a bullet, you dodged a freight train. That's where it's at. So, anyways, kind of getting back to the whole thing. I'm just gonna post this on my page again in KCTA. I probably shouldn't, but you know what? I have a channel, so I don't care. I'm gonna do it. And guys, this is really off the cuff. I'm just kind of going, but yeah. So friends and family members, guys, if you don't like it, that's totally fine. I get it. Just let me know, and we can turn off the feed or whatever else we want to do. But I'm just gonna be me, and I've always been the happiest in my life when I've just been me, doing me, and being who I am, and not being somebody who's sort of shoehorned into this weird, person that's out there running around and horrible social anxiety and everything else. So yeah, I was laying in bed and I just could not fall asleep, and I was like, I have to record this. I have to get this out. I'm not gonna upload it tonight, but just to get that stuff out. So I'll probably actually start doing a series. Like I said, I'm probably gonna start kind of doing a kind of chronicle of my journeys to hopefully get back to health. So over the past few years, I had some pretty serious medical conditions, gone through some jobs that were pretty crazy, that did some stuff to me. Some trauma. There's also past stuff, suicide stuff, things like that. That's just, it's kind of uncomfortable to talk about. I may at a later time. But so a few years ago, of course, going through life, I did drugs on and off and things like that. I probably smoked way more pot than I should have. Up until a few, like 5, 10 years ago, something like that. I don't know. And then I just quit. I think around 30ish. I don't know. And then of course I've been smoking since I was 16. So I think I quit that in 2018. I was in the hospital for 5 days, and I was basically handed a free quit. I was hooked up to some machines. I was getting cleaned out, and I told myself as I left, I was like, if you don't use this, if you don't quit smoking because of this, you're stupid. And I went out and I lit a cigarette. I had half of it, threw it away, and then handed my buddy my pack of cigarettes and done, walked away. From 16 to 38 cigarettes. So, and then for about 20 years, maybe a little bit longer than 20, I've been drinking about a 12 pack a day, every day. So, yeah, that's a lot of beer. There's years I did not have a sober day. A lot of them, most of them, for 20 years. It's crazy. And so I cut down a lot when when my wife and I got together. And then mental health stuff kind of put the curb on that as well. So I would drink maybe like 6 beers over 8 hours or something like that. Not even really get drunk anymore, but that's what I've been doing for 20 years. It's been programmed into me. That's what my old man did. That's what she did. And just it's like a frog in boiling water. You don't know that you're screwing yourself until it's too late. Starts boiling. So and I had some health issues and some things that were really kind of coming up that could not only affect me but affect my family. So I just I've never been a really religious person. I've always kind of disliked. I was being drugged to church all the time when I was a kid and whatever. But if I've held up my end of the bargain, and I have with the promises that I've made to God, He has always helped me out, done what needs doing, or push me into the direction that does. So I'm not gonna get on all this crazy stuff. You're like, oh, this doesn't exist, whatever. It's just there's been times when I've literally just as a grown man just knelt down in front of the bed and just started praying. And whatever I can give, it's my life doesn't really matter a whole lot, but my family, my son, I want them to be okay. So not to steer into deep uncharted waters, but yeah, I think I've worked on myself more in the past 3 or 4 years than I have over my entire life. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself the other day, like, can I really reinvent myself at 40? Back of my head's like, yeah, I mean, you've been drinking for half your life. Yeah, you better reinvent yourself at 40. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, what would you say, Ben, if your life ended right now? My response is literally, it was good, but I wish I did more with it. And that sucks. And I was just willing to let it slide out and not do anything to fix it at all. Just keep drinking, keep doing drugs, stuff like that. And I was a functional alcoholic. I could get along, do everything I needed to do in the day, and just drink as much as I want. And that's a bad thing. If you have no consequences to how much you drink, you just drink as much as you want. So we'll kind of like circle back and wrap this up here because there's a lot of deeper stuff I do want to save kind of for some later videos. And a lot of this, guys, too, this is cheaper than therapy. I've gone through a lot of that, and I don't have that outlet right now. There's a lot of things going on in my life that suck up my time. I work 6 days a week. and my day job, plus all the stuff that I'm trying to do for KCT, the media stuff, things like that. In the middle of it, I just stopped drinking cold turkey after 20 years. What I got up and said I'm not going to do it anymore. Um, so this is sort of that clarity that kind of says, look, I've put in the work. I'm still putting in the work. I'm going to have to actually put in harder work moving forward than I've done already, and that's going to suck. But I have to do it. And part of that, the reward for that is just going, okay, I can be myself. So again, I'm not doing this because I care about anyone's politics. I don't. I really don't. Like, if you ever meet me, yes, I'm very opinionated, but I don't care about you or your things. Like, that doesn't sound like a dick, but like, at the end of the day, that's not my feelings. So if you are upset that I said something, oh well. People talk about, and again, I'm not saying this to be a jerk, but I'm not going to sit there and, and what I'm going to do is putting everyone's concept of me before the actual me. So I've sat there worried more about what people thought, and how they felt about me or perceived feelings, than I cared about being the person that I wanted to be. So basically, you're being shaped by everybody else that doesn't give a shit at the end of the day. We only have to live our own lives, for good or for ill. I'm never going to live my wife's life. She's never going to live mine. I'm never going to live my father's life. I'm never going to live my best friend's life. I'm never going to live my worst enemy's life. So having people mold who you are without your consent, you just sort of give them the key and let them go, and you're not saying, hey, yes or no, I want to be this person or I don't. Again, I've done that for the majority of my life. So if you just say 40 years, that's a lot of times a lot of other people just kind of push you into corners and tell you who you're supposed to be. So again, this is not, I'm going to post gun stuff because, people are going to get mad. I don't care. Like, just unfriend me, block me, or message me, we'll change it. If you collect rocks, I'm not going to call you up and say that you need to stop collecting rocks, and you're going to say, people can't kill with rocks. Well, people used to stone each other, back in biblical times, and they actually still do in certain parts of the world. So yeah, rocks do kill people. But beyond all that, I'm not going to get into like the super political stuff. But guys, I want everybody to know that I love you guys. And I always have, and probably always will. And this is just kind of an act. It sounds crazy, but it's an act of love on my end, because I've drank, I've done drugs, I've been addicted to a lot of shit in my life, and it's because I let people just lead me around by the nose in college, high school. People that I knew damn well I shouldn't be doing it, and I did it because people were saying, "Hey, let's do this." And then it's like you're kicking a lot of habits all of a sudden. Trying to get things straightened out. And you think that you can't go throughout a day without something in your system. It's hard. So I'm gonna be the person that I want to be. Again, I don't expect everyone's gonna like it. I don't expect everyone's gonna understand it. I'm gonna refer people back to this video. They're not gonna watch it. They're just gonna sit there and whine about how they don't get what's going on, and that's fine. You have the absolute right to do that. This is just me, sort of, it's my coming out party. Me being me, and I can explain it for you, but I can't understand it for you. So again, like, if this isn't done to step on anybody's toes. I know I keep saying that, but people are gonna come back to it. But I don't care how you feel, and I don't expect you to care how I feel. This is that simple. The biggest thing we have right now is outrage culture and everybody freaking out on behalf of somebody else. Well, I'm gonna say something, and you're gonna feel a certain way about it, and I don't care. You do things that do the same thing to me. Sorry. I think we all stop caring a little bit about what other people think. We'd probably be happier. So anyways, not to kind of ride that train too hard, but yeah. So this is kind of nice. I've had a couple of these moments in my life, and they've always been very good, where I kind of assert myself as being my own person that can go and act in that fashion. Um, I think I finally in a good enough place mentally and physically and all that to not not do this in an antagonistic way. And again, like you know my in-laws, you know, they're not really fond of firearms, and they're on a list of people that I don't show my post to because it's gonna bother them, and it's gonna cause friction that doesn't need to be there. If they understand that I'm interested in guns, but I don't show all the stuff that I'm doing, it's sort of like, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Hey, he's interested in this kind of stuff. Cool, we don't see it. They like to drink. I can't drink anymore. I don't look at pictures of them drinking. It's easy as that. So, um, yeah, this is. I think I could probably go on all night about stuff, but I will start to wrap it up here. So, guys, friends, family, all sorts of stuff. I know this gets kind of personal, and that's kind of the intent, I guess, is that I'm gonna make several more of these videos and probably air some of this stuff out, and because I need to talk about it, and right now I don't have an outlet. With COVID, it's very hard to get with friends and family, or even a psychiatrist or whatever else. So, um, you know, what do you do at that point? So, um, you know, and also I think people that are going through stuff, you know, guys, girls, attack helicopters, whatever you are, if you're going through something, it's serious. You know, if it's serious, it's serious. You know, put a comment, reach out. I've gone through a lot of mental health stuff and mental help, and a lot of substance abuse. Not really any counseling, but um, you know, if you need help, I mean, it's going to be a journey. You know, so there's, you know, basically drinking, drugs, and firearms. And somehow I've so far survived all three. So I just want to say one thing real quick, guys. I know I'm still going on, but I just can't stop talking because I just need to get this out. So when I was going through all my stuff, there was a YouTuber named Kirioth, and he does Warhammer 40K stuff. I just know because I've done that for years. I follow him on YouTube, and one day I just saw that he had videos out about depression and, you know, suicidal thoughts and things like that, and his was really bad. I mean, he would wake up places he didn't know where he was, he didn't know how he got there, but hearing him talk about it and using like video games and, you know, painting hobbies, war games and stuff to keep himself sober, to keep himself you know, in a right frame of mind, to keep himself busy. That's why I'm here right now, is I can't sleep, and if I sit around too long, I start losing my mind. You know, it's just as simple as that. And I need to get this stuff out. So, anyways, he's posted all this stuff, and even like video games. He's talking about how he just kept playing like all these different video games that really, you know, kept him going. And you know, we all need something like that. And I didn't really think about my hobbies, non-firearms, at least, as being something that, you know, hey, this is your lifeline. You know, this is really going to help you out. And hearing somebody talk about their mental issues and strain and things like that in the context that I could understand at that point, because I had gone through it myself, was really good. So maybe this is something like that for you guys. Maybe you're watching this and you somehow on this channel, and you know, you're looking at things, and maybe you're not feeling right about your life or the world or whatever. You know, so hopefully this is kind of a helpful thing, because he did it. I think, well, I mean, he didn't do it for me, but I directly benefited from Kirioth's video on depression and not killing yourself and using the time to be, you know, proactive in hobbies. So if somebody can watch this video and go, you know what, that's, you know, okay, cool, there's somebody else out there, you know, they own guns, or they go, you know, they shoot competitively, which I haven't done in a long time, but you know, something that helps them kind of get through that rut. So, guys, I'll wrap it up here. I know we're like 25 minutes. No one is ever going to watch this thing. Thank you again, friends and family. I love you guys. This is not, again, me being a jerk. It's me wanting to love you guys and have you in my life. without what my life is bothering yours. So, guys, thanks again. Go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah, we'll do a few more of them, but tonight